Okay, so today's date is the 14th of let's see what I can still do compute calculus. So today's date is the full wait, let's go to speech notes. Definite, indefinite integral. Let's see whether I can still evaluate an indefinite integral. Okay, so this is the question here I'm looking at here. One second, guys. So this is a question I'm looking at here on X. Uh, Integral sign. The question is calculate problem integral. Compute the or the triple integral or the infinite integral, indefinite integral. Calculate problem. Is it compute calculate problem triple integral? So this can be written as this is the integral sine theta derivative of cosine theta. So this can be rewritten as basically this is question here. So this can be written as the integral to the third degree, three from zero because there's three integrals. From theta equals one. I don't even know, I keep saying one, but from from theta to 3. So the limit is 3 of this integral. I don't even know how to write the notation because I can't remember how to do that. So sine theta d, uh, uh, I'm just going to rewrite it. I haven't validated anything. This is not a rewriting. Is this a rewriting or bad rewriting? The triple integral because you have to increase three times, and basically this is separate from this. So the derivative. Okay, let me take the derivative. So I'm gonna do something here. So I'm still evaluating, but I'm gonna just create a table. Basically, it's my work here. This is very bad. Because it's not side by side. Uh, so let me write it down here properly. So this is because it's the triple integral. Oh no, this is wrong. Okay, let me do it properly. So integral, the triple integral, calculate the triple integral. Is also f sine the triple integral is equal to uh okay. So we have my pen just fucking. Okay, so I have here my table. My table is this. I can do it. I remember it's minus sign. This pen is rubbish. I don't know why I bother. Okay, so this is when you in sine theta, cosine theta, sine theta. When you integrate sine, when you differentiate sine, you get cosine theta. When you differentiate cosine, you get minus sine. And when you integrate minus sine, you get minus cosine theta. So this is the derivative. Integral is going backwards, so you have to go backwards. You have to integrate. So I'm gonna work on the derivatives and expand difference. Uh, so the triple integral. Let me just start with one integral. So the one first integral is integral sine theta, derivative cosine, equal to cosine theta. So cosine will be minus sine. So that's be a minus sign. So this is the first derivative. So basically, don't worry about the sign because the integral of sine. Okay, let me do the integral of sine is minus cosine. Is it? I don't know. I don't know the integral of sine. I don't want to search the internet, but I can do this. So if you have a triangle, I have to use my models because you have so Toa, So sine equals opposite of a hypotenuse. Cosine equals y x z. So when you integrate sine, uh, when you integrate, if you get a cotangent, because sine is y, so the relation between y and x is cotangent. I'm gonna just assume the cotangent, but that's giving me a solution. Because I got it, I checked it here. I did check it here before, but I didn't really evaluate it. So I'm evaluating this. So the first one I'll put the sine is cotan cotan theta, and derivative of sine cosine will be minus sine minus sine. Is this right? Thank God I'm not butchered. Okay, so minus sine theta. This would be d minus sine theta. Uh, uh, here. So this is my solution. Here. So, uh, uh, basically, I don't know where I'm getting these rules from, but I remember intuitively, which is a bad way I'm remembering. So uh, sine, because I think I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna, because she's going backwards. I'm even messing my own work up. I'm not thinking systematically. The integral. Does it go backwards? Because it starts from here. Uh, I've used my table, so this is sine. Basically, this is my table here. Look at that here. Uh, uh, y. Sine equals so uh so 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 sine over the sine times cosine, because I have to do divide. So sine times cosine equals secant. So this is a sine divided by cosine. Because for time is a secant. If I take the integral of secant, the integral of secant, the opposite is a cotangent. So I'm gonna stick with my solution is a cotangent. uh, no, okay. So cotangent derivative of cotangent, derivative of cosine, will be cotangent the derivative of sine theta equals. So this is the first integral. So I have to take the second integral. So basically, this expression has been done, but there should be a constant. I don't see the constant here. This is minus cosine. So minus cosine. This is minus sine. No, this is cosine. Integral. You differentiate that, you get minus sine. So minus sine times cosine is cot t, two cot minus sine theta. Well, this is first integral. Uh, yeah, this is a question I found online, and this is the first integral. So you get two cotangent minus sine, or but everything is negative because the sign in it, so you can just equal to. So the second one will be, so this is the first one. The first integral is minus two cosine minus sine. So this is the first one, which is like a 1 mark if I get it right. And this is second integral will be this is an integral. Basically, this is an integral works on polar rules, so it doesn't come to a final value. It works on polar system. So you're gonna get so my first integral the first independent integral is minus two cosine tangent minus sine, which should be right. I'm not sure. The second integral will be I have to put in the form again. F FF, this is the first one. So this is the first one here. FF minus 2 cotangent sine uh 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 uh, uh minus 2 cotangent sine, which will be equal to sine cotangent theta sine theta. So this will be sine. So the cotangent, the integral for cotangent, uh, 'cause I said it would be a cotangent, so I made a mistake. So the cotangent, because I'm working with the cotangent will be what is cotangent here? The cotangent will be sine times cosine times tangent x times z. So this is cotangent will be the inverse of the inverse, which will be if I calculate the inverse of the cosine and the tangent, I calculate the cotangent, which would be wait, my table. This would be the inverse of the cotangent. So to be the inverse tan or the arctan. So this would be arctan or the inverse tan, which would be arctan. So you have to calculate the arctan, which would be a function of tan co to the function of co and tan. So you get the minus two, minus two, minus two, but this is times. So let me just calculate the term minus two. So to calculate the derivative of minus two, we times by the power. Wait, we times. Oh, this is integral. Oh, we divide by the power and times by the new power. So we divide by minus two, divided by the old power, which is 1, and times divided by the old times by the power. No, wait, we add times by the power, divide times and minus 1, times and minus 1. So we add 1, will times, so it's derivative will times and minus 1, times by the power. No, we'll subtract 1 and times by the old power. So subtract 1 by the power and try and go over. So this one will be, we'll add 1 to the power. So this will be cotan squared and cotan squared and subtract, add 1 to the old power and subtract by the new power. Subtract 1, subtract by, from, the, wait, times by the, add 1. I'm struggling, add 1 to the old power, add 1 to the old power, add 1 to the old power, subtract by the new power. I feel utterly useless, but I'm doing quite well. So, no one should laugh at me. Or you can laugh at me, but, here. So this is my work here. Let me show you my work here. So this is the first solution I got here. This is the question here. Sine theta, derivative of cosine theta. The first integral, the first indefinite integral, because it's a polar system, it's a quarter system. What can a polar quarter system, a cosine tan, you get uh, you get uh, 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 minus 2 cosine cotan minus 2 cotan sine. Wait, is it minus 2 cotan minus sine minus 2 cotan sine? Oh, I didn't keep the form, so I broke the form. So I said minus 2 cotan theta times sine theta. Because I take derivative of it. So that's the first derivative. The second derivative would be times by the power. So the basically I can work out the derivative first. So you times because this is a function. Let me just continue here. So I get this double integral of minus two cotangent. This is my first solution. Minus two cotangent sine minus two cotangent sine theta. Cotangent cotangent theta. And then you get second rule. So basically, this is the term cotangent. So the term cotangent has to be expanded, and that's because you get cotangent. from cosine times sine from toward the tau. So this is a cotangent. So cosine times the tangent. So this is cotangent. So the cotangent is minus two. And minus two represents the constant. So in the basically, I'll take the integral. I can take the derivative of minus sine. So this is minus two cosine theta sine theta. So if I just take the derivative of sine, I'll get minus sine minus sine. So this is basically deterministic. So d minus sine, so it will be derivative minus sine theta. So this is derivative minus time theta. So the one thing is the minus the integral part of sine, the integral part of dy over dx. So the integral part represents minus two cotangent. So minus two cotangent theta will be the inverse tan. So that'll be equal to arctan 1 over, basically the arctan is basically defined as 1 over cotan minus 2 to constant, so minus 2. The minus 2 will be, so this would be the derivative form would be dy over dx. D theta, basically you have three rotation, if I remember correctly, you have the limit rotation, the integral rotation, and the basically you have three position based on the three laws of the three principles of the calculus like the you can take derivative. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying very vaguely because I just have basically you take the first derivative for the limit uh, as a basically the function of can we can approach a system like basically as soon as it's got a limit, yeah, that's a limit. I'm talking about the first way to take a derivative, second way, and a third way. So basically, you just make the second way is basically let the change be let the theta. So the change symbol is the triangle, the upside down triangle, the derivative of a change over the x, the x, d theta, no d theta. So d sine over d theta equals minus two, 1 over cotan. Yeah, so this is the how I write it. Derivative there. But this is the inverse tan. So this is derivative of of theta. So this is I keep evaluating this because this is now equal to the quota. So if I now uh times by the power minus one from the old power, add one to the power divided by the old power divided by the new power divided by the new power. Because this would be the new power. So add one to the power, one power one, quota to the power of one is minus two to the power of minus two to the power of one, one to the power of one, quote one one to the power of one is one. Cotan to the power of one is still cotan minus what is it? Cotan shouldn't invert it. I don't know because I'm going as comfortable I used to go because I don't remember how I do it. But I used to do this like I'm gonna fail this. But if I don't go complete the whole derivative, I've failed it. That's not is a loss. So I'm gonna still going. So the system I'm gonna keep going. So the cotan to the power of tan, one is times cotan, one to the power of one, cotan to the power of one, cotan to the power of one is cotan. Mm. So what's the arctan? So we just establish the arctan. And arctan is the inverse tangent. So this would be 1 over cotan, which is minus two. So this would be change. So I have to do now times by the power, times by the power. Add one to the power. So this would be add one to two. This would be cotan to the power of two. uh, 1 to the power of 2 is 1. Cotan to the power of 2 is 2 cotan. 2 cotan will be 2 cotan minus, because this is an integral, minus the old power. Minus 1. Minus 1 will just be cotan. I failed. I failed. I want to give up. It's kind of funny. It's not that hard. It's just that I know I'm making mistakes. So I feel a mistake. I don't remember the system I used to define the problem because I don't remember all the constants involved in the derivative integration. So I'm gonna just take the first derivative. This is not good enough. The two so basically double integral. The double integral. The double integral is defined as minus two cosine sine theta 2 times cotangent. Oh, I can split this up. Funny enough, this is my brain working now. So the cotangent can be split into the tan and the cosine. So this is 1 over tan and cosine. So the 1 over tan and cosine represent tan to the power. If I calculate the integral of tan, if I integrate tan, I get the arctan. Uh, if I integrate tan, if I integrate tan, so it's one of especially I get the arctan, which is 1 over tan. And if I integrate cosine, I get times sine. So this will be tan sine or setan, tan sine. So 1 over tan or the arc or the inverse, meaning the inverse, arc tan sine, arc sectangent, arc arc secant, arc sectangent. So basically get the arc setan which is the arc set, which is correct to me. Why are you putting your safe in? So arc sectangent is basically what I'm referring to as the arc uh, tangent. This is second. We're gonna get the last one, which is because it's a sectangent. Arc set. Sec. I don't care about the UK. Fuck off, you police officers. Then we get this is my first answer, and then we get sine. If you integrate sine, you get two. The two will have to the integrate of two will be three. Oh no, but it's not a power, so it can't be three. It will be it will still belong, so it will be two arc two secant. Because no, it's just because you can't get the arc secant of that. Oh, you get a secant. There's no thing called the arc because the arc will be represent the inverse. But I put down sect. So sect two sect, which belongs to the set, or two sect times minus this is my answer times sine. So sine you get if you integrate sine, if you differentiate sine, you get minus cosine. So you get minus cosine t. So two sect theta cosine theta will be my second indefinite integral. So this will be the double integral. First integral was 2 minus 2 cotangent theta sine theta. This is the first integral. Uh, the first integral. The first integral. And this will be the second integral minus 2 cosine theta. So the third integral will be, I think I'm wrong about this. Simplified form. So the second one is set cosine. So the set secant, the secant, don't fuck off. police officers. These police officers are pissing me off. They're in my head. I want to go to Nigeria. This country's shit. I can't think. I can't think. They disturb me my peace of mind because they know me. These white people, man. Two sec cosine tangent. I don't care about them anyway. Take medication. I'll take medication in Nigeria with my dead body. For my dead body. I will die before I take the medication. So sec tangent will be minus two. So minus two sec tangent. The triple integral will be minus two sec tangent sec tangent times cosine theta. Sec theta times cosine theta. So third goal will be a secant. You have to integrate the secant. So if I integrate the secant and the cosine, so let me just do cosine because I have to do it here. So if I'm taking the roots, I go forward. I go forward. That'll be minus sine theta. So I now take the integral of my secant. The secant again is the cotangent uh, times the sine. The secant is cotangent times the sine times the tangent times the c uh cotangent times the sec. Because that's it, the sec, because it's an integral layer. So the cotangent times the sec will be cotangent times sec. Sec tangent will be uh the integral form will be, so I have to do the component. So the secant sectangent and the cosine will be the last integral. So this will be I can put this into an example. There's a constant there. What am I saying? Cotan secant. So the first integral. So I'll leave my answer as this. But this is not right. So let me not fake this. So the cotan, so tan times tan. So cotan, so basically cotan secant is cotangent, the cosine times the sine, cos times sine, cos times sine, equals co times sine. You have to multiply it now. Co times sine is cosine, and this will be a fuck off. What do you cooking? What's the kitchen? Uh, 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 co times sine is uh, uh, cosine uh what I'm saying is basically I get the issue you have to apply the integral cotangent times secant equals times minus sine theta. That is my example. Because you get minus sine theta. So that's my triple integral. So my solutions to the integral form are for the first integral because I was looking down the steps minus two cosine basically still minus two there was it minus four. I made a bunch of mistakes. So my solutions are finally minus 2 cosine theta. Minus 2 cosine is my solution here. Minus 2 cosine minus sine theta sine theta. And this is like minus 2 cotangent theta sine theta. This is just an internet question. This is minus 2 secant times cosine times cotangent wait, is it minus cosine theta minus 2 secant times theta times cosine theta. And this is the last example of the page here. So this is the calculus I did. This is what I did. Uh, UK system is a bureaucratic mess. Thank goodness. Okay, now let me show you the question again. So this is a question here. I probably failed it by a milestone, but this is my solution I offered. So this is like let's ask ChatGPT what it thinks of my answer. This is Dollar. I was Dollar, but I didn't complete it. So I did ask Dollar, but I didn't complete it. So I've completed it now. So this is the question. This answer. Am I correct? Am I correct? Am I correct? Let's see what you think. It should be failing. The first one's definitely right. I know that. This is a fine section of a sign everyone, but first time one sign, sign the first sign. The question is wrong. The question is wrong. I know too. I now know, but how is my solution in transcripts correct? The negative integral sign out my days. Um, let's substitute. Yeah. So I should have just I knew I should have stuck to my table because the table was the only solution I know. I fucked up as soon as it said cotangent, sectangent, it should be SOHCAHTOA and minus SOHCAHTOA because I remember the table, I just falsified information in my head. I don't know because I'm crazy, but because I remember it incorrectly. I remember the use of it incorrectly. So 'cause I'm not crazy. I don't care about craziness. So this is I'm not a doctor by any chance. So the secant, the cosines, when you differentiate sine, you get cosine. When you integrate cosine, you get minus sine. When you integrate minus sine, you get minus cosine. And that is the idea. When you differentiate it, so it's polar. So that's the idea. So I could try again, but I don't want to. Thank you for watching the video.